Cat on a Hot Tin Roof by Tennessee Williams. Act 3. Big Daddy is seen leaving at the end of Act 2.
All lying, dying liars, liars, liars.
After Big Daddy has gone, Margaret enters.
Brick, what in the name of God was going on in this room?
Dixie and Trixie rush through the room from the hall, brandishing cat pistols, which they fire repeatedly as they shout.
Bang, bang, bang!
May appears, and the children turn back. At the same moment, Gooper, Reverend Tooker, and Dr. Bow enter.
Dixie, you quit that. Gooper, we get these kids to bed right now.
May, you seen Big Mama?
Not yet.
Dixie and Trixie vanish through the hall.
Those kids are so full of vitality. I think I'll have to be starting back to town.
Margaret turns to watch and listen.
Not yet, preacher. You know we regard you as such a member of this family, one of our closest and dearest. So you just gotta be with us when Doc Barr gives Big Mama the actual truth about the report from the clinic. Has Big Daddy gone to bed yet, Brick?
Gooper has gone out at the beginning of the exchange between May and Reverend Tooker.
Yes, he's gone to bed. Why'd Big Daddy shout liar?
May.
May exits. Reverend Tooker drifts.
I didn't lie to Big Daddy. I've lied to nobody but myself. Just lied to myself. The time has come to put me in Rainbow Hill. Put me in Rainbow Hill, Maggie. I ought to go there.
Over my dead body.
Brick starts out. She holds him.
Where do you think you're going?
May enters to Reverend Tooker, who comes to meet her. Brick walks out.
Out for some air. I want air.
Now, where's that old lady?
Can't you find her, Gooper?
Reverend Tooker goes out.
She's avoiding this talk.
I think she senses something.
Sookie, go find Big Mama and tell her Doc Ball and the preacher gotta go soon.
Don't let Big Daddy hear you.
May brings Dr. Bow.
Big Mama.
Miss Ida! Miss Ida!
Lacey, you look downstairs for Big Mama.
Brick, they're going to tell Big Mama the truth now, and she needs you.
Reverend Tooker appears in the lawn area.
This is going to be painful.
Painful things can't be avoided.
That's what I've noticed about him, sister woman.
I see Big Mama.
Reverend Tooker hurries off and reappears shortly in the hall.
She's gone round the gallery to Big Daddy's room. Hey, Mama. Hey, Big Mama, come here.
Hush, Gooper. Don't holler. Go to her.
Gooper and Reverend Tooker now appear together in the hall. Big Mama runs in carrying a glass of milk. She crosses past Dr. Bow to May. Dr. Bow turns away.
Here I am. What do y'all want with me?
Big Mama, I told you we gotta have this talk.
What talk you talking about? I saw the lights go on in Big Daddy's room and took him his glass of milk, and he just shut the shutters right in my face.
She steps into the room.
When old couples have been together as long as me and Big Daddy, they get irritable with each other just from too much devotion. Isn't that so?
Yes, of course it's so.
Brick hobbles out to the gallery.
I think Big Daddy was just worn out. He loves his family. He loves to have them around him, but it's a strain on his nerves. He wasn't himself tonight, Brick.
Brick passes her on his way out.
Big Daddy wasn't himself. I could tell he was all worked up.
I think he's remarkable.
Yes, just remarkable.
She puts down the glass of milk.
Did you notice all the food he ate at the table? Why, he ate like a horse.
I hope he don't regret it.
What? Why, that man ate a huge piece of cornbread with molasses on it, helped himself twice to Hoppin' John.
Big Daddy loves Hoppin' John. We had a real country dinner.
Yes, he simply adores it. And candied yams. Son, that man put away enough food at the table to stuff a field hand.
I hope you don't have to pay for it later on.
What's that, Gooper?
Gooper says he hopes Big Daddy doesn't suffer tonight.
Oh, shoot. Gooper says, why should Big Daddy suffer for satisfying a normal appetite? There's nothing wrong with that man but nerves. He's sound as a dollar, and now he knows he is, and that's why he ate such a supper. He had a big load off his mind, knowing he wasn't doomed to... what he thought he was doomed to.
She wavers. Margaret puts her arms around Big Mama.
May!
May runs forward. She stands below Big Mama, Margaret above Big Mama.
Bless his old sweet soul.
Yes, bless his heart.
Hello, Moon. I envy you, you cool son of a bitch.
I want Brick.
Just stepped out for some fresh air.
Honey, I want Brick.
Bring little brother in here so we can talk.
Margaret exits to Brick on the gallery.
I envy you, you cool son of a bitch.
Brick, what are you doing out there on the gallery, baby?
Admiring and complimenting the man in the moon.
Come in, baby. I'm getting ready to tell Big Mama the truth.
I can't witness that thing in there.
Big Mama needs you.
I can't witness that thing in there.
What's wrong here? You all have such long faces. You sit here waiting for something like a bomb to go off.
Waiting for Brick and Maggie to come in for this talk.
Brother Man and May have got a trick up their sleeves, and if you don't go up in there to help Big Mama, you know what I'm going to do?
Talk. Whispers. Whispers. Brick.
Coming, Big Mama. I'm going to take every damn bottle on this place and pitch it off the levee into the river.
Never had this sort of atmosphere here before.
Before what, Big Mama?
This occasion. What's Brick and Maggie doing out there now?
They seem to be having some little altercation.
Give me a little something to wash this tablet down with. Smell of burnt fireworks always makes me sick.
May crosses to the bar to pour a glass of water. Doc Bow joins her. Gooper crosses to Reverend Tooker.
You're a live cat, aren't you?
Damn right I am.
Gooper, will you please open that hall door and let some air circulate in this stifling room?
Gooper starts but is restrained by May.
I think we better leave that door closed, Big Mama, till after the talk.
Reverend Tooker, will you please open that door?
I sure will, Big Mama.
I just didn't think we ought to take chances of Big Daddy hearing a word of this discussion.
I swan! Nothing's going to be said in Big Daddy's house that he can't hear if he wants to.
Well, Big Mama, it's...
May gives him a quick, hard poke to shut him up. He glares at her fiercely as she circles before him like a burlesque ballerina, raising her skinny bare arms above her head, jangling her bracelets, exclaiming,
A breeze, a breeze.
I think this house is the coolest house in the Delta. Did you all know that Halsey Banks' widow put air conditioning units in the church and rectory at High Point in memory of Halsey?
General conversation is resumed. Everybody is chatting so that the stage sounds like a big bird cage.
Too bad nobody cools off your church boy. I bet you sweating that pulpit these hot Sundays, Reverend Tooker.
Yes, my vestments are drenched.
You think those vitamin B12 injections are what they're cracked up to be, Dr. Bow?
Well, if you want to be stuck with something, I guess they're as good to be stuck with as anything else.
Maggie, aren't you coming with Brick?
How long are you going to stand behind me, Maggie?
Forever, if necessary.
Brick to gallery door.
Brick?
May rises, looks out.
That boy's gone to pieces. He's just gone to pieces.
I have a strange feeling. I have a peculiar feeling.
What feeling?
That Brick has said something he shouldn't have said to Big Daddy.
Now, what on earth could Brick have said to Big Daddy that he shouldn't say?
Big Mama, there's something.
Now wait!
She rushes up to Big Mama and gives her a quick hug and a kiss. Big Mama pushes her impatiently off as Reverend Tooker's voice rises serenely in a little pocket of silence.
Yes, last Sunday the gold in my chasuble faded into the purple.
Reverend, you must have been preaching hell's fire last Sunday.
He guffaws at this witticism, but the Reverend is not sincerely amused. At the same time, Big Mama has crossed over to Dr. Bow and is saying to him,
In my day, they had what they call the Keeley cure for heavy drinkers. Shoot.
But nowadays, I understand that they take some kind of tablet that kills their taste for that stuff.
Call them anti-buzz tablets.
Brick don't need to take nothing. That boy's just broken up over Skipper's death. You know how poor Skipper died? They gave him a big dose of that sodium amytal stuff at his home, and then they called the ambulance and gave him another big dose of it at the hospital. And that and all the alcohol in his system for months and months just proved too much for his heart, and his heart quit beating. I'm scared of needles. I'm more scared of a needle than a knife.
Brick has entered the room behind the wicker seat. He rests his hand on Big Mama's head. Gooper has moved a bit, facing Big Mama.
Oh, here's Brick, my precious baby.
Take it, Gooper.
What?
Gooper knows what. Take it, Gooper.
May turns to Gooper. Margaret, who has followed Brick, now enters the room behind the wicker seat.
You just break my heart.
Sorry. Anyone else?
Brick, sit with Big Mama and hold a hand while we talk.
You do that, Maggie. I'm a restless cripple. I got to stay on my crutch.
Why are you all surrounding me like this? Why are you all staring at me like this and making signs at each other?
Brick hobbles out the hall door.
I don't need nobody to hold my hand. Are y'all crazy? Since when did Big Daddy and me need anybody?
Reverend Tooker moves behind the wicker seat.
Calm yourself, Big Mama.
Calm yourself, sister woman. How could I calm myself when everyone's staring at me as if big drops of blood had broken out on my face? What's this all about? Huh? What?
Doc Buck?
May rises.
Sit down, May.
May sits.
Big Mama wants to know the complete truth about the report we got today from the Oxford Cliff.
Dr. Bow buttons his coat, faces the group.
Is there something that I don't know?
Yes, well,
I want to know. Somebody must be lying. I want to know.
May, Gooper, Reverend Tooker surround Big Mama.
Sit down, Big Mama. Sit down here on the sofa.
Brick?
What is it? What is it?
I never have seen a more thorough examination than Big Daddy Pollitt was given in all my experience at the Oxford Clinic.
It's one of the best in the country.
It's the best in the country, bar none.
Of course, they were 99 9/10% certain before they even started.
Sure of what? Sure of what? Sure of what? What?
Now, Mommy, be a brave girl.
By the light of the silvery moon.
Shut up, Brick.
Returns to group.
Sorry.
Continues singing.
But now, you see, Big Mama, they cut a piece off this growth, a specimen of the tissue, and...
Growth? You told Big Daddy.
Now, wait.
You told me and Big Daddy that there wasn't a thing wrong with him, but...
Big Mama, they always...
Let Doc Bob talk, will you?
A little spastic condition of...
Shh. Big Mama breaks. They all follow.
Yes, that's what we told Big Daddy. But we had this bit of tissue run through the laboratory, and I'm sorry to say the test was positive on it. It's malignant.
Pause.
Cancer.
Now, Mommy.
Had to know, Big Mama.
Why didn't they cut it out of him? Huh?
Involved too much, Big Mama. Too many organs affected.
Big Mama, the liver's affected, and so's the kidney, both. It's gone way past what they call
A surgical risk.
Big Mama gasps.
Yes, it's gone past the knife.
That's why he's turned yellow.
Brick stops singing and turns away from the gallery.
Get away from me. Get away from me, May. I want Brick. Where's Brick? Where's my only son?
Mama, did you say only son?
What does that make me?
A sober, responsible man with 5 precious children, 6.
I want Brick. Brick!
Mama, let me tell you.
No, leave me alone. You're not my blood.
She rushes to the gallery.
Mama, I'm your son. Listen to me.
Gooper's your son, Mama. He's your firstborn.
Gooper never liked Daddy.
That's not true.
I think I'd better slip away at this point. Good night. Good night, everybody, and God bless y'all on this place.
He goes out through the hall.
Well, Big Mama,
It's all a mistake. I know it's just a bad dream.
we're gonna keep Big Daddy as comfortable as we can.
Yes, it's just a bad dream. That's all it is. It's just an awful dream.
In my opinion, Big Daddy is having some pain, but he won't admit that he has it.
It's a dream. Bad dream.
That's what lots of them do. They think if they don't admit they're having the pain, they can sort of escape the effect of it.
Margaret watches Brick.
Yes, they get sly about it, and real sly about it.
But I think.
Shut up, man. Big Mama, I really do think Big Daddy should be started on morphine.
Nobody's going to be giving Big Daddy morphine.
Oh, Big Mama, when that pain strikes, it's going to strike mighty hard on Big Daddy's. But Big Daddy's going to need the needle to bear it.
I tell you, nobody's going to give him morphine.
Big Mama, you don't want to see Big Daddy suffer. You know,
Well, I'm leaving this stuff here.
Puts a packet of morphine, etc. on the bar.
So if there's a sudden attack, you won't have to send out for it.
Big Mama hurries to the side of the bar.
I know how to give a hypo.
Nobody's going to give Big Daddy morphine.
May took a course in nursing during the war.
Somehow I don't think Big Daddy would want May to give him a hypo.
You think he'd want you to do it?
Well, Doc Bar's going.
Yes, I gotta be going. Well, keep your chin up, Big Mama.
She's going to keep her old chin up, aren't you, Big Mama?
They go out.
Well, Doc, we sure do appreciate all you've done. I'm telling you, we obligated.
Margaret!
I'm right here, Big Mama.
Margaret, you've got to cooperate with me and Big Daddy to straighten Brick out now.
I guess that doctor's got a lot on his mind, but it wouldn't hurt him to act a little more human.
Because it'll break Big Daddy's heart if Brick don't pull himself together and take hold of things here.
Take hold of what things, Big Mama?
The place.
Oh, Big Mama, you had a shock.
Yes, we've all had a shock, but
Let's be realistic.
Big Daddy would never be foolish enough to
Put this place in irresponsible hands.
Big Daddy ain't going to put the place in anybody's hands. Big Daddy is not going to die. I want you to get that into your heads, all of you.
May sits above Big Mama. Margaret turns to the door.
Mommy, Big Mama, we're just hopeful and optimistic as you are about Big Daddy's prospects. We've had faith and prayer, but nevertheless, these are certain matters that have to be discussed and dealt with, because otherwise...
May, will you please get my briefcase out your room?
Yes, honey.
Rises, goes through the hall.
Hear them in there?
Big Mama, what you said just now was not true at all, and you know it. I've always loved Big Daddy in my own quiet way. I never made a show of it. I know Big Daddy has always been fond of me in a quiet way, too.
May returns with the briefcase.
Here's your briefcase, Gooper, honey.
She hands it to him.
Oh, thank you. Of course, my relationship with Big Daddy is different than Brick's.
You're 8 years older than Brick, and always had to carry a bigger load of the responsibilities than Brick ever had to carry. He never carried a thing in his life but a football or a highball.
May, will you let me talk, please?
Yes, honey.
Now, the 28,000-acre plantation's a mighty big thing to run.
Almost single-handed.
You never had to run this place, brother man. What are you talking about? As if Big Daddy was dead and in his grave you had to run it? Why, you just had to help him out with a few business details and had your law practice at the same time in Memphis.
Oh, Mommy, let's be fair. Why, Gooper has given himself body and soul to keeping this place up for the past 5 years since Big Daddy's health started failing. Gooper won't say it. Gooper never thought of it as duty. He just did it. And what did Brick do? Brick kept living in past glory college.
Gooper places a restraining hand on May's leg.
Still a football player at 27.
Who are you talking about now? Brick? A football player? He's a football player and you know it. Brick is a sports announcer on TV and one of the best known ones in the country.
I'm talking about what he was.
Well, I wish you would just stop talking about my husband.
Well, listen, Margaret. I've got a right to discuss my own brother with other members of my own family, which don't include you.
Gooper pokes his finger at her. She slaps his finger away.
Now, why don't you go on out there and drink with Brick?
I've never seen such malice toward a brother.
Oh, how about his from me? Why can't he stand to be in the same room with me?
That's the truth.
This is a deliberate campaign of vilification for the most disgusting and sordid reason on earth, and I know what it is. It's avarice. Avarice, greed, greed.
Oh, I will scream in a moment unless this stops. Margaret, child, come here. Sit next to Big Mama.
Precious mommy.
How beautiful. How touching this display of devotion. Do you know why she's childless? She's childless because that big, beautiful athlete husband of hers won't go to bed with her. That's why.
You just won't let me do this the nice way, will you? All right. I don't give a goddamn if Big Daddy likes me or don't like me or did or never did or will never. I'm just appealing to a sense of common decency and fair play. I'm telling you the truth.
Gooper crosses the door to Brick on the downright gallery.
I've resented Big Daddy's partiality to Brick ever since the goddamn day you were born, and son, and that's the way I've been treated, like I was just barely good enough to spit on, and sometimes not even good enough of that.
He crosses back through the room above the wicker seats.
Big Daddy is dying of cancer, and it's spread all through him, and it's attacked all his vital organs, including the kidneys, and right now he's sinking into uremia, and all you know what uremia is poisoning the whole system due to failure of the body to eliminate its poisons.
Poisons, venomous thoughts and words in hearts and minds. That's poisons.
I'm asking for a square deal, and by God, I expect to get one. But if I don't get one, if there's any peculiar shenanigans going on around here behind my back, well, I'm not a corporation lawyer for nothing. I know how to protect my own interests.
Rumble of distant thunder.
Storm coming out.
Oh, a late arrival.
Behold, the conquering hero comes.
Oh, the fabulous Brick Pollitt. Remember him? Who could forget him?
He looks like he's been injured in a game.
Yet I'm afraid you'll have to warm the bench at the Sugar Bowl this year, Brick. Or was it the Rose Bowl he made his famous run in?
Another rumble of thunder, the sound of wind rising.
The punch bowl, honey. It was the punch bowl, the cut glass punch bowl.
Oh, that's right. I'm always getting that boys' bowls mixed up.
Gooper pats Brick on the butt.
Stop that. You stop that.
Thunder. May flails at Margaret. Gooper keeps the women apart. Lacey runs through the lawn in a raincoat.
Close those shutters.
Lacey, put up the top of my Cadillac, will you?
Yes, sir.
Big Mama, you know it's going to be necessary for me to go back to Memphis in the morning to represent the Parker estate in the lawsuit.
May sits on the side of the bed and arranges papers she removes from the briefcase.
Is it, Gooper?
Yes.
And that's why I'm forced to bring up a problem that...
Something that's too important to be put off.
Well, if Brick was sober, he ought to be in on this, but I think he ought to be present when I present this plan.
Brick is present. We're present.
Well, good. I'll now give you this outline, my partner. Tom Boat and me have drawn up a sort of a dummy trusteeship.
Oh, that's it. You'll be in charge and dole out remittances, will you?
This we did as soon as we got the report on Big Daddy from the Oshnock Laboratories. We did this thing. We drew up this dummy outline with the advice and assistance of the chairman of the board and directors of the Southern Platters Bank and Trust Company in Memphis, C.C. Bellows, a man who handles estates for all the prominent families in West Tennessee and the Delta.
Gooper?
Now, this is not final or anything like it, but this is just a preliminary outline. But it does provide a basis, design, a possible feasible plan.
He waves papers May has thrust into his hand.
Yes, I'll bet it's a plan.
Thunder rolls. Interior lightning dims.
It's a plan to protect the biggest estate in the Delta from irresponsibility and...
Now, you listen to me, all of you. You listen here. There's not going to be no more catty talk in my house. And Gooper, you put that away before I grab it out of your hand and tear it right up. I don't know what the hell's in it, and I don't want to know what the hell's in it. I'm talking in Big Daddy's language now. I'm his wife, not his widow. I'm still his wife, and I'm talking to you in his language, and...
Big Mama, what I have here is...
Gooper, explain that it's just a plan.
I don't care what you got there. Just put it back where it come from, and don't let me see it again. Not even the outside of the envelope of it. Is that understood? Basis, plan, preliminary design. I say... What is it that Big Daddy always says when he's disgusted?
Storm clouds race across the sky.
Big Daddy says crap when he's
That's
disgusted.
right. That's right, crap. I say crap too, like Big Daddy.
Thunder rolls.
Coarse language don't seem called for in this.
Something in me is deeply outraged by this.
Nobody's going to do nothing till Big Daddy lets go of it. And maybe just possibly not even then. No, not even then.
Thunderclap. Glass crash. Children commence crying. Many storm sounds. Barnyard animals in terror. Papers crackling. Shutters rattling. Sookie and Daisy hurry from the lawn. Inexplicably, Daisy hits together 2 leather pillows. They cry, "Storm! Storm!" Sookie waves a piece of wrapping paper to cover the lawn furniture. May exits to the hall. A strange man runs across the lawn. Thunder rolls repeatedly.
Sookie, hurry up and get that porch furniture covered. Want the paint to come off?
Lacey, put my car away.
Can't, Mr. Pollitt. You got the keys.
Nah, you got 'em, man. Where's the keys to the car, honey?
You got them in your pocket.
The dog howls. Daisy and Sookie sing to comfort the children. May is heard placating the children. The storm fades away. During the storm, Margaret sits on the couch.
Brick! Come here, Brick, I need you.
Thunder distantly. Children whimper. May consoles them. Brick crosses to right of Big Mama.
Tonight, Brick looks like he used to look when he was a little boy, just like he did when he played wild games in the orchard back of the house, and used to come home when I hollered myself hoarse for him, all sweaty and pink-cheeked and sleepy with his curls shining.
Thunder distantly. Children whimper off stage. May consoles them. The dog howls.
Time goes by so fast. Nothing can outrun it. Death commences too early. Almost before you're half acquainted with life, you meet with the other. Oh, you know, we just got to love each other and stay together, all of us just as close as we can, especially now that such a black thing has come and moved into this place without invitation. Oh, Rick, son of Big Daddy. Big Daddy does love you so. You know what would be his fondest dream come true? If before he passed on, if Big Daddy has to pass on, you give him a child of yours, a grandson as much like his son as his son is like Big Daddy.
I know that's Big Daddy's dream.
That's his dream.
Looks like the wind was taking liberties with this place.
Lacey appears in the lawn area. Brighty and Small appear on the lawn.
Evening, Mr. Pollitt.
Evening, Captain. Hello, Captain.
Big Daddy's on the gallery.
Storm crossed the river, Lacey.
Going to Arkansas, Captain.
Big Mama has turned towards the hall door at the sound of Big Daddy's voice on the gallery. Now she crosses to the door onto the gallery.
I can't stay here. He'll see something in my eyes.
Storm done any damage around here?
Took the porch off old Aunt Crowley's house.
Old Aunt Crawley should have been sitting on it. It's time for the wind to blow that old girl away.
Field hands laugh. Exit. Big Daddy enters the room.
Can I come in?
He puts his cigar in the ashtray on the bar. May and Gooper hurry along the upper gallery and stand behind Big Daddy in the hall door.
Did the storm wake you up, Big Daddy?
Which storm were you talking about? The one outside or the hullabaloo in here?
Gooper squeezes past Big Daddy. He crosses toward the bed where legal papers are strewn.
Excuse me, sir.
May tries to squeeze past Big Daddy to join Gooper, but Big Daddy puts his arm around her firmly.
I heard some mighty loud talk. Sounded like something important was being discussed. What was the powwow about?
Well, nothing, Big Daddy.
What is that pregnant-looking envelope you putting back in your briefcase, Gooper?
That? Well, nothing. That's nothing. It's not much of anything at all.
Nothing? Looks like a whole lot of nothing. You all know the story about the young married couple?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Brick.
Hello, Big Daddy.
The group is arranged in a semicircle above Big Daddy.
Young married couple took Junior out to the zoo one Sunday, inspected all of God's creatures in their cages with satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
This afternoon was a warm afternoon in spring, and that old elephant had something else on his mind which was bigger than peanuts. You know this story, Brick?
Gooper nods.
No, sir, I don't know it.
You see, in the cage joined was a young female elephant in heat.
Oh, Big Daddy.
What's the matter? Preacher's gone, ain't he? All right. That female elephant in the next cage was permeating the atmosphere about her with a powerful and exciting odor of female fertility. Huh. Ain't that a nice way to put it, Brick?
Yes, sir, nothing wrong with it.
Rick says there's nothing wrong with it.
Big Daddy.
So this old bull elephant still had a couple fornications left in him. He reared back his trunk and got a whiff of that elephant lady next door. Began to paw at the dirt in his cage and butt his head against the separating partition. First thing you know, there was a conspicuous change in his profile. Very conspicuous. Ain't I telling this story in decent language, Brick?
Yes, sir, too rotten decent.
So, the little boy pointed at it and said, "What's that?" His man said, "Oh, that's nothing." His pa said, "She's spoiled."
Field hands sing off. Big Daddy crosses to Brick.
You didn't laugh at the story, Brick?
Big Mama crying. Margaret goes to her.
No, sir, I didn't laugh at that story.
Big Mama sobs. Big Daddy looks towards her.
What's wrong with that long, thin woman over there loaded with diamonds? Hey, what's your name? What's the matter with you?
She had a slight dizzy spell, Big Daddy.
You better watch out, Big Mama. Stroke is a bad way to go.
Oh, Brick, Big Daddy has on your birthday present to him, Brick. He has on your cashmere robe, the softest material I have ever felt.
Yeah, this is my soft birthday, Maggie. Not my gold or silver birthday, but my soft birthday. Everything's got to be soft for Big Daddy on his soft birthday.
Maggie kneels before Big Daddy. As Gooper and May speak, Big Mama hushing them with a gesture.
Maggie, I hate to make such a crude observation, but there is something a little indecent about your...
Like a slow motion football tackle.
Big Daddy's got on his Chinese slippers that I gave him, Brick. Big Daddy, I haven't given you my big present yet. But now I will. Now's the time for me to present it to you. I have an announcement to make.
What? What kind of an announcement?
A sports announcement, Maggie?
Announcement of life beginning. A child is coming, side by Brick, and out of Maggie the cat. I have Brick's child in my body, and that's my birthday present to Big Daddy on his birthday.
Big Daddy looks at Brick.
Get up, girl. Get up off your knees, girl.
Big Daddy helps Margaret rise. He bites off the end of a fresh cigar taken from his bathrobe pocket as he studies Margaret.
This girl has life in her body. There's no lie.
Big Daddy's dream come true.
Jesus.
Gooper, I want my lawyer in the morning.
Where are you going, Big Daddy?
Son, I'm going up to the roof to look over my kingdom before I give up my kingdom. 20,000 acres of the richest land this side of the Valley Nile.
Big Daddy exits through the doors to the gallery.
Sweetheart, 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 can I come with you?
Big Mama exits.
Rick, can you possibly spare me one small shot of that liquor?
Why, help yourself, Gooper boy.
I will.
Of course we know this is a lie.
Be still, May.
I won't be still. I know she made this up.
God damn it, I said to shut up.
That woman isn't pregnant.
Who said she was?
She did.
The doctor didn't. Doc Barr didn't.
I haven't gone to Doc Ball.
Who'd you go to, Maggie?
Offstage, a song finishes.
One of the best gynecologists in the South.
Mm-hmm. I see. May we have his name, please?
No, you may not, Mr. Prosecuting Attorney.
He doesn't have any name. He doesn't exist.
He does so exist, and so does my baby, Brick's baby.
You can't conceive a child by a man that won't sleep with you unless you think you're...
She forces Margaret onto the couch. Brick starts for May.
He drinks all the time to be able to tolerate you. Sleeps on the sofa to keep out of contact with you.
Don't try to kid us, Margaret.
How can you conceive a child by a man that won't sleep with you? How can you conceive? How can you? How can you?
May!
Hey, sister woman, how do you know that I don't sleep with Maggie?
We occupy the next room, and the wall between us ain't soundproof.
Oh.
We hear the nightly pleading and the nightly refusal, so don't imagine you're going to put off a trick over us to fool a dying man with her.
May, sister woman, not everybody makes such noise about love. Oh, I know some people are huffers and puffers, but others are silent lovers.
This talk is pointless completely.
How'd you know that we're not silent lovers? Even if you got a peephole drilled in the wall, how can you tell if sometime when Gooper's got business in Memphis and you're playing Scrabble at the country club with other ex-queens of cotton, Maggie and I don't come to some temporary agreement? How do you know that?
Brick, I never thought you would stoop to her level. I just never dreamed that you would stoop to her level.
I don't think Brick would stoop to her level.
Brick sits with Margaret on the couch.
What is your level? Tell me your level so I can sink or rise to it.
He rises.
You heard what Big Daddy said. This girl has life in her body.
That is a lie.
No, truth is something desperate, and she's got it. Believe me, it's something desperate, and she's got it. And now, if you will stop acting as if Brick Pollitt was dead and buried, invisible, not heard, go on back to your peephole in the wall. I'm drunk and sleepy. Not as alive as Maggie, but still alive.
Brick pours a drink, drinks.
Come on, May. We'll leave these lovebirds together in their nest.
Yeah, nest of liars.
May, you're just going back to our room.
Liars.
May exits through
Well,
the hall.
We're just gonna wait and see. Time will tell. Yes, sir, little brother, we're just gonna wait and see.
He exits to the hall. The clock strikes 12. Maggie and Brick exchange a look. He drinks deeply, puts his glass on the bar. Gradually his expression changes. He utters a sharp exhalation. The exhalation is echoed by singers who commence vocalizing with "Give me a cool drink of water before I die," and continue till the end of the act.
The click?
Brick looks towards the singers happily, almost gratefully. He crosses to the bed, picks up his pillow, and starts towards the head of the couch. Margaret seizes the pillow from his grasp, holding it close. Brick watches her with growing admiration. She moves quickly, throwing a pillow onto the bed. She crosses to the bar. She grabs the bottles from the bar. She pitches the bottles, one after the other, off the platform onto the lawn. Bottles break. Margaret re-enters the room, stands facing Brick.
Echo Spring has gone dry, and no one but me could drive you to town for more.
Lacey will get me.
Lace has been told not to.
I could drive.
And you lost your driver's license. I'd phone ahead and have you stopped on the highway before you got halfway to Ruby Lightfoot's gin mill. I told a lie to Big Daddy, but we can make that lie come true. And then I'll bring you liquor and we'll get drunk together here tonight in this place that death has come into. What do you say? What do you say, baby?
I admire you, Maggie.
Brick sits on the edge of the bed. He looks up at the overhead light, then at Margaret.
Oh, you weak people. You weak, beautiful people who give up. What you want is someone to...
She turns out the rose silk lamp.
Take hold of you, gently, with love, and...
The curtain begins to fall slowly.
I do love you, Brick. I do.
She kneels quickly beside Brick at the foot of the bed. She touches his cheek gently.
Wouldn't it be funny if that was true?
Curtain. The end.